visit a neighborhood where the level of radiofrequency radiation, the man-made electrosmog, can change up and down depending on the proximity to the nearest cell phone tower or antenna. Hi, it's Lisa from SomaFit Wellness. This is part of the Healthy Home Harmonizing series. Wireless radiation is all around us at an unprecedented level, and it is also an environmental trigger for illness. Ideally, this meter would show 0 to no exposure to man-made electrosmog.
It's a wireless pollution that you can't see or hear until you've got one of these guys.
These towers go up and homeowners are unaware that it's now known to devalue their property and also undermine their health. Neither of these are taken into consideration by industry.
You need to be able to get away from this and just reconnect to nature.
On top of this hill, a few blocks from the cell tower, we are closer to direct exposure, so we will get a higher measurement.
Welcome to Toronto.
We're measuring upwards of almost 3 volts per meter and the power topping at over 3,500 microwatts per meter squared.
Let's listen to the sound up here. This area.
Here we are on the back side of the hill, halfway down, farther from the tower, where we have lower exposure readings. Okay, so this part of the neighborhood has lower wireless radiation exposure overall, but if you're not practicing your wireless hygiene inside your home, can have high levels of more wireless radiation pollution.
Not as obnoxious, is it? The sound. We were at 3,000 at the top, and we were peaking at 2.70 volts per meter.
Here, our average concentration and peak values are significantly lower. 7 months later, electrosmog increased from these industry Wi-Fi hotspot devices, also more powerful cell tower panel installations and 5G infrastructure buildouts.
At the bend in the road, that's where the last power line and utility pole is. The power lines are buried all the way down here to the cul-de-sac.
In the last month of 2018, in this neighborhood, wireless industry Wi-Fi hotspots and cell phone infrastructure was built right out at street level on the cable lines with these devices.
And you can see that it's worse already.
This is only one wireless company's infrastructure build-out. This is just the beginning.
Just a little walk in a nice neighborhood.
Turning away from that particular device on the cable lines.
But every 3 or 4 telephone poles, they've put another one of those Wi-Fi boxes on the actual cable lines. So you can see it go down from there, okay, because we're kind of in between the middle of both of them right now. There's another one coming up here. You can't see or hear anything coming from there, but here it is.
I'm sorry to say that most EMF meters that read 200 megahertz to 8 gigahertz cannot pick up most 5G frequencies, other than a full $10,000 minimum spectrum analyzer. This is a problem.
So you made it this far in the video. Congratulations, and I'm sorry. It's a tough one. Let's talk human to human. When it comes to this issue, you're going to go through all sorts of emotions, just like I did. Just don't let human cognitive dissonance win. Listen, we know that every idea and new realization is first denied, then it's ridiculed, then it's opposed, even violently, before it's widely accepted. I love my technology, don't get me wrong. I was a sound engineer, film sound editor, musician with lots of gadgets before I was a wellness consultant and advocate. I'm not saying we have to go back to carrier pigeons and smoke signals, but I want you to realize that our wireless technology is creating an existential threat on this planet, especially in light of the new studies that show links to infertility. So what can you do? You practice your wireless hygiene. I'll do a video on that. There's lots of information. Educate yourself about the issue. Limit your use of wireless devices. Don't buy anything that says it's smart. Turn off your Wi-Fi at night. Consider wiring your house with fiber optics and using Ethernet cables. It's actually faster, it's more secure, and it's safer. There's less dropouts. And definitely don't sleep with your phone on. Turn it off, or at least keep it in airplane mode. Limit the use of wireless technology in your house. Make it a healthy home sanctuary. I'd like for you to understand that there are people all around the world who have realized that they are sick from wireless technology and they feel better away from it. I'm one of those people. And this 5G technology infrastructure build out that's happening, that's going to see small cell cylinders placed at street level every several homes and businesses, is going to further increase the cumulative insane radiation levels in our neighborhoods. And this tips the scales on people's health, pushing them towards their genetic destinies sooner with an earlier presentation of disease that we're seeing younger and younger. Global advocacy groups are actually overwhelmed with calls. Scientists, professors, doctors, lawyers, engineers, and global citizens are speaking up and organizing. Start or join a local 5G action group or safe technology group in your area. Consider donating and volunteering with the people and organizations that are in the trenches fighting for policy change and safe technology. For example, Dr. Ollie Johansson's research, or Daphne Tachover, founder of WeAreTheEvidence.org, tirelessly awakening communities, meeting with policymakers, and being able to make some changes. I also volunteer with her. We need to bring the balance back from corporations that have been given personhood and blank checks, and citizens who are having our rights taken away, and now we're just merely consumers. Listen, ElectroSmog is just another example of where profit over people prevails. Economic interests and greed deny science and the welfare of all biology on this planet. We know that every disaster movie starts with scientists who are screaming and nobody's listening. It's time to take action. The clock is ticking. Thanks for listening.